Hey everyone, my name is Breyers Lane and I'm with Breyers Canine Academy. And in this dog training tip, we're going to teach you how to get your dog to calm down while you're driving in the car. If you're dealing with your dog getting anxious, pacing, barking, or drooling when they're in the car, then here's some steps to get your dog to associate the car with a calmer state of mind. The first thing we want to do before we get in the car is we want to teach our dog a default down. A default down is where your dog associates that when you're seated, they should lay down. This is not a command, this is a visual cue that we're giving the dog. Once the dog understands this visual cue, they'll see that when you're seated, they should lay down in order to get their reward. Step 2, we're going to work the default down in your car. On this step, you're getting your dog in the car, waiting for them to lay down, and then giving them a reward. This exercise should be quick and to the point, getting them in the car, working the default down, and then taking them out of the car. It's important that we get to the point before your dog starts to get anxious. Step 3 is start the car engine. This exercise should also be short and to the point. Starting the car, waiting for your dog to go in the default down, giving them a reward every 3 to 5 seconds, then turning the car off and finishing the exercise. Step 4, driving the car and rewarding your dog while they're holding the default down. On step 4, it's going to require for you to have 2 people. One person driving the car and the other person rewarding the dog when they're in the default down. When you're in this step, if your dog starts to get up, you want to stop the car, wait for your dog to go in the default down, start rewarding every 3 to 5 seconds again, and then slowly start to take off. On step 4, your car ride should be quick and to the point. You want to stop driving before your dog starts to get anxious. This step is about creating memories that are associated to laying down in the car. We're not focusing on challenging the dog by driving with distance. As your dog starts to anticipate that when we get in the car, my job is to lay down, then you can start to gradually increase the time and the distance that you're driving. Over time, you're going to start seeing your dog expect the behavior and anticipate that when we get in the car, my job is to lay down and get my reward. All right, now let's talk about what not to do. Force your dog in the down position. When you force your dog in the down position, this can end up causing more stress and anxiety. You want your dog to make the decision on their own to go into this position. Start off with long car rides. This is one of the worst things you can do because your dog still associates a negative behavior with the car. You want to start off with short to the point exercises where your dog starts to understand the behavior before they start to get anxious. Then from there, you can slowly, gradually increase the time and the distance that your dog's in the car. Taking away the treats before the behavior becomes routine and habit. The reason you don't want to do this is because you need the motivator to help teach your dog a new behavior while they're correcting an old behavior. And you'll want to do this until the behavior becomes routine and habit. A sign that that's happening is your dog will start to anticipate and look forward to getting in the car, going to the down position, and expecting their reward.